Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another video. Now, today I've been thinking about doing a video on two exceptional fragrances because I've been wearing these two fragrances quite a lot over the past couple of days because the weather is slightly turning into from warm to slightly cool in the morning and late in the evening. It's about 7-8 degrees, So in that kind of weather, spicy woody fragrances are just amazing. And as you guys know, one of my favorite notes is tobacco. So I've been wearing these two fragrances quite a lot. One is obviously L'Occitane Odaibo, and the other one, which I don't have a full bottle of, is Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. And these two fragrances have been really impressing me. So I thought I'll do a comparison video because they are quite similar in some ways and quite different in other ways. I've done a full review of both these fragrances. I've given them both 9 out of 10. Odaibo is an old review. I can't remember if I gave Tobacco Vanille a 10 out of 10, but I definitely remember I gave it a 9 or 8. I can't remember. It's an old review. But I thought I'll do a comparison video because if you go to Fragrantica, you'll see that one smells like the other according to popular votes. So I thought, let's do a comparison video. Now, Odaibo. Let's start with Odaibo. Odaibo is from the house of L'Occitane, which is a French niche house, produces fragrances, grooming products. They're very big on masculine fragrances. And this one came out in 2006. That's the reason I'm starting with Odaibo. Tobacco Vanille came out in 2007. And when you smell Odaibo, okay, I won't spray it, but when you smell Odaibo, you get this impression of a classic old-fashioned masculine, spicy old-fashioned masculine, modernized, right? So how does it smell? It's basically a smell of contrasts. When you first spray it, it's very herbal, smoky, medicinal, and warm, right? So it uses notes of cardamom and pepper, red pepper and cardamom. It's just got this beautiful, tangy spiciness to it. And it encases you like a warm scarf. It's beautiful, it's warm, it's lovely. And in the middle, the fragrance has cypress, which makes it herbal, and incense. In the base, the fragrance has tonka and vanilla, very simple structure, but it evolves beautifully. And if I didn't know better, I would have said this has got a note of tobacco. But I know that cinnamon mixed with ginger can produce tobacco-like notes. So tobacco-like smell, dry pipe tobacco-like smell, is quite easy to reproduce by using different notes. Here, now the notes mentioned smell to me as if it would smell like a tobacco, but it smells absolutely stunning. Rich, warm, multi-layered, complex fragrance which smells as if it's centered around tobacco and spices. But as I said, the notes are more herbal. You think the notes are going to be herbal spicy. It is herbal spicy when it starts, but it transforms into this warm, rich vanilla tobacco scent, which is why people draw comparisons to Tobacco Vanille. It's very complex, it's very rich, masculine, spicy. It's beautiful. Very complex as well. I wouldn't say very complex, but it's adequately complex, yeah? So that's L'Occitane Odaibo. Now let's talk about Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. This is one of my absolute favorite fragrances because it smells so posh and so attractive. It's unbelievably nice. So when you first spray Tobacco Vanille, you'll see the differences and the similarities. One thing that I saw was Tobacco Vanille starts to smell like cinnamon oil. Excuse me. The essential oil of cinnamon smells absolutely wonderful. And there's no mention of cinnamon in Tobacco Vanille note breakdown. But if you smelled cinnamon oil, there would be no doubt in your mind. It smells dominated by absolutely wonderful smell of cinnamon essential oil. Slightly sweet, slightly spicy, very aromatic. It's beautiful, absolutely amazing. And then it brings in other notes. The notes that are of prominence are a note of vanilla. The fragrance is very vanilla centric and chocolate, believe it or not, dark chocolate mixed with the smell of hay. So it's very dry, very aromatic, soft vanilla and chocolate, beautiful chocolate. And then the fragrance has fantastic resinous quality and resinous smell. It smells like dry raisins mixed with woody characteristics. So this is how the fragrance develops. Very little development, almost linear, a little bit sweeter, but gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. This smells stunning. You know, if somebody came to me and asked for a recommendation for a drop-dead gorgeous date night fragrance, I would say Tobacco Vanille without even any hesitation. It's that beautiful. It's that wonderful. Stunning fragrance, absolutely stunning. It smells amazing. Now let's talk about the similarities and differences. So similarities. Number one similarity is both are centered around spicy, warm tobacco. Tobacco is less prominent in Tobacco Vanille, which is why it surprises me why it's called Tobacco Vanille, because tobacco plays a very little role, a very small role. It's mostly a stunning vanilla with dry fruits and chocolate and woody notes. So similarities, both are centered around warm vanilla, spiciness, and tobacco. That's the similarity. And I don't know why one reminds me of the other. If I wouldn't be doing this, I would say, yeah, when I smell Odaibo, I think of Tobacco Vanille. When I spray Tobacco Vanille, I don't think as much as Odaibo, but Odaibo is in my mind. So those are the two similarities, if you like. The third similarity could be both are amazingly elegant, amazingly well-made fragrances. Craftsmanship of these two fragrances is just stunning. I forgot to mention, Odaibo came out in 2006. Tobacco Vanille came out in 2007. Odaibo has been created by the master perfumer Karine Dubreuil, and Tobacco Vanille was created by Olivier Guillotin, who's also created Tobacco Oud. So he seems to be sort of a magician kind of a fragrance. He brings out this amazing facets in a fragrance which is stunning. The fragrance is just stunning. Both these fragrances are just stunning. So let's talk about differences. Number one difference in the fragrances is the texture. Tobacco Vanille is very woody, thin, and it's very airy. Odaibo, on the other hand, is very thick, smoky, and very, very woody. It's much, much woodier than Tobacco Vanille, but less area. Yeah, so there's more density to Odaibo. It's very thick fragrance. It's much, much more smokier fragrance. Next difference would be complexity. Odaibo is very complex. It comes across as multi-layered, slowly unraveling layers of masculine, spicy, woody, vanillic fragrance. Just amazing, spicy, amazing spices. And herbal quality. Tobacco Vanille is more centered around less development, but overall experience of highest level. As I said, it smells absolutely stunning. It's more gourmand leaning as well. That's the other difference. Odaibo doesn't lean gourmand. It smells woody, spicy. The other difference is the genre. The fragrance, Tobacco Vanille is more of a gourmand-centric fragrance, as I said, and leans unisex, I would say. Odaibo, decidedly masculine. It's just spicy, wonderful creation, which is very masculine, and also harkens back to the 70s and 80s, spicy, woody kind of a signature, if you like. So those are the differences. Now let's talk about prices, because that's the big difference, right? So Tobacco Vanille 50 ml will cost you anywhere between 150 and 200 pounds. If you're getting it from a discounter for 150, grab it, because this is one of the most amazing compliment magnets. Yeah, 150 for 50 ml, so £3 an ml. Odaibo, on the other hand, used to be very inexpensive. I got this bottle back in 2015. 100 ml cost me 52, I think. Nowadays, you would get a 75 ml for 52. So this is outstanding value for money. What you're getting, it's a stunning value for money. Okay, there's no contest, and it's more complex. So there's no contest when it comes to value for money. Now let's talk about compliments. Depends on who smells you. It's slightly mature-ish. It sort of harkens back to the old times. Woody, spicy character, more masculine, more complex in nature, this one is an easy wear. So if you're starting off your niche journey and you want something which gets you amazing compliments, definitely Tobacco Vanille. This is sweeter, this is less sweeter, this is more spicy woody. Now, what are the other things? Seasons to wear. Autumn is the best time to wear these two fragrances. It's amazing in autumn, centered around tobacco, spices, woods, vanilla. They are just amazing notes for autumn. Autumn is the best time to wear it, or spring, early spring. Occasions to wear this. This is too sweet for work. I would wear this, but only depends on what industry you're working in. If you're working in a professional white-collar job, I would probably stay away from Tobacco Vanille. It doesn't feel like a work environment scent. Easy wear to office, not a problem. Yeah, doesn't fly off your skin too much, so you can go 4 to 6 sprays. This flies off your skin too much, so 2 sprays should be enough. And it's also very expensive. So work environment, you can easily wear this to work. I'll think about this one. I'll be very careful if I wanted to wear this to work. Compliment factor, this one wins. Tobacco Vanille is made for compliments. It's just serious compliment puller. This one, as I said, depends on who smells you, but you will like it if you like complex fragrances. I wouldn't say this is a beginner's scent because of the transitions, the note, the composition, the way it's been arranged. This is a difficult one to pull for absolute novice, you know. I think I've covered all aspects. Marks out of 10, I've already given the marks, but which one would I choose? See, if I had a little bit of extra cash to spend, and I was a going out sort of a person, if I went out a lot, I would go for Tobacco Vanille. If money is a constraint, and I still want to smell absolutely amazing, and I quite like niche fragrances or complex fragrances, I would have no hesitation in recommending Odaibo to you because of the high value for money, composition quality, and how little it costs. Odaibo is easy pick for those scenarios. So hope I've helped you wrapping your head around these two scents, and hope you find this useful. Take care. Bye-bye.